was I thinking? I just had a thought, and that is the thought that I responded to by saying no. Oh, yes, I remember my thought. That building which is with a roof, no, it's not a consequence of Hurricane Melissa, but quite fitting. Very good way to start today's live. And we are here in rural St. Anne. And I tell you, one of the things that I rather enjoy about where rural places are in Jamaica is that you don't have to go too far off to suddenly find yourself in the country. And so this is what it is. Down below, I've always been fascinated watching animals at play. So kind of focusing on the dogs. Can you see them? There's a lady there who decided to take off her shoes in the middle of the road. I wonder if one of those dogs belong to her. Hmm. Seems like they are all her dogs. So yeah. Uh, it's funny how dogs know their owner. So she has now left the slippers and the bag. Getting into all kind of karang. Welcome to those who are joining me. Welcome to this live, my first live in a while. And maybe I'll just focus on this roofless house, which of course is no indication of what the storm has done, but it is certainly a reminder to those of us who know how devastating hurricanes can be. Now, I'm not saying it was caused by a hurricane. In rural Jamaica, when people abandon a house, many times they will take whatever is good from it to make another structure. So I'm thinking that's probably what happened there. But yes, welcome. Do tell me where you're joining from. I see Juan Gonzalez saying hola, 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 ¿qué tal? And I see, oh, it's Juan twice. Hola, Juan, ¿qué tal? Where are you from? And then I'm just showing you the hillside. What is my peripheral view? I'm up in the country. Most people, when they think Jamaica, they do not think hillside. They think beaches and rivers and touristy places. But the inner land of Jamaica is what makes Jamaica great. This is farmland. This is where the food basket dominates. And so, as you can see, there's so much foliage around. And two things you'll always see in the countryside in Jamaica: dogs and fowl, chickens. But chickens don't like water. So earlier before the rain started, we had a lot of chickens running up and down. Now they have pretty much gone in, tucking their heads under their feathers, I imagine, making sure that they stay as warm as they can. But yeah, so as we speak of chickens, one just decided to grace us with her presence. There she goes across the road, I tell you. These chickens are very smart. Where did she go? Took my eye off that fowl. We alternate using the term fowl and chicken because we do. And so, yeah, what's going on in your neck of the woods? Where are you located? I see Dante Spranger Gonzalez, I think. And I'd love to know where you watching me from and what do you know about my island, Jamaica? I'd love to answer your questions. But until then, just giving you a little look about the hills in the background tell a story. And one thing is clear whenever you have hills and mountain ranges, it is normal that the full effect of rain bearing clouds is minimized because you see, as they're trying to climb the hill, the weight in the clouds tend to heavy them down, weigh them down, and they burst. So we have had throughout the day short, sporadic showers. There's another dog over there. You can tell I'm fascinated by dogs, right? Yeah. Yeah. So we've had short, sporadic downpours, nothing else. Now, if you stick with us as we go through this season, we will be dropping clips in from other places where the weather might not be so favorable. But yeah, the- even though it's weather time, chicken is still out trying to get something. You know, I've been watching these chickens and I've said to myself, boy, they are so plump. And I wonder if they know that they would make very, very good stews. But no, I shall not salivate over the chickens that are not mine. They say live and let live, no? So that's what I am doing. Still not seeing anyone telling me where they're from, but just wanted to share a bit of fun fact that I saw this morning. And that bit of fun fact says that 37 is a significant number in Jamaica's history for hurricanes, dangerous hurricanes, because Hurricane Charlie, which was up to that point in 1951, a storm to remember, wreaked havoc on Jamaica. And pretty much we were spared from any devastation for another 37 years. And I remember early that morning, it was September 12th, and I was trying to get dressed for school. And we're talking about 1988, September 12th, trying to get dressed for school, listening to the radio. Everyone was saying, there's a hurricane coming. And none of us in our young age had ever experienced a storm. I was 16. Hmm. And was I 16? Yes, I was. No, I was 15. I was 15, yeah. 1988. Or was I 16? I think I just turned 16. Doesn't matter. But yes, I was 16. And so it is said that it was the worst thing to hit Jamaica in 1988. That was Hurricane Gilbert. Since Charlie, 37 years later. And now at 1 p.m. Central Time, Jamaica time, the classification of hurricane was given to this new system. And Melissa has been causing quite a bit of havoc from as early as Monday, Tuesday of this week. So, funny enough, Heroes Day was Monday. This is when we celebrated the heroes, the persons who fought and gave their lives for our nationhood. And the Order of Distinction and other designations were conferred on many Jamaicans who have made us proud. But on the heels of that came this news, and we were hearing about Melissa from the beginning of the week before. And the thoughts were, would Melissa become a tropical storm? What type of system Melissa would be? And the notices kept going up and about. Tuesday turned out to be quite sunny, although in some parts of Kingston and Birdsucker Drive comes to mind, flooding was reported. And so, unlike other systems that we have had, this one was classified as a very slow moving system. Nobody was quite sure what Melissa was going to be up to. But in recent times, with Hurricane Sandy and Katrina and all of them, those that have really devastated the US coastline, it has been said that the named storms that are feminine, the girl names, have been terrible. So the storms before that were doing damage were male names. But some people say a woman time now, woman take over everything. And so the woman, the female name storms started to wreak havoc. And so people get nervous when a storm has a female name because them say the female them bad, women bad. And so with Melissa coming on, and Melissa is moving so slowly, 1 to 3 miles per hour. Melissa is moving slower than I walk. And believe you me, I do not walk very fast. So by now, people were very concerned. So here we are, knowing, flipping this around, knowing that we are in the throngs of what could potentially be another hurricane. One for the books, they say the word catastrophic has been used over and over again. I'll just set this down here. Maybe I'll flip it around a little bit. I am high up, so I do get the vantage point of being a little bit above what's going on. And for those who have gone to the now very famous Blue Hole in St. Anne, I'm above that. So I'm way up in the hills. Yeah, so pretty much that's what's going on. But let us talk for a minute. So, yeah, just thought I would give an intro. Very happy for the likes, very happy for those who popped on. This is going to be a short live. I will do several as we go through and see how things change. So now it's just a bit after 4:30. It's Saturday the 25th, is it? Some days I don't even know the dates, but yeah, it's payday for those who are monthly paid in Jamaica. So yeah, it is the 25th. I guess those who are monthly paid should have seen their salaries hit their account earlier this week. For those of us who have not gotten paid for one reason or another, or for those who are in the USA, who are government employees who are still awaiting the end of a very painful government shutdown. I feel it for you. Tell you, this life is a rough life in every shape and form. Todd, Tucson. Hi. Hi, Todd. Where are you joining us from? Thank you for saying you love my videos. I really appreciate that. Todd, sometimes when you decide to take on this YouTube journey, you don't know what to talk about, what to do, when to do what. And so it warms my heart when I get a comment. Oh boy, Todd asked, do I have a boyfriend? Oh my goodness, Todd. Are you propositioning me? Well, look at that. Isn't that something? On this rainy day, I am getting a proposition from Todd. Todd, where are you? And how do you propose to become my boyfriend? Let us talk about that. I tell you, YouTube is such an interesting place. So, Todd has changed this conversation altogether from whether to boyfriend. Todd is like, so do you? Todd, would you like me to say yes or would you like me to say no? Please tell me which one would you prefer me to say. And then we go on. It's getting overcast. Look, I'll switch it around a little bit for you. I'm not sure if you can tell the difference. I'm seated here on the patio, but the sky has just gotten so overcast. Not sure if you can see it through the space, the gap there between the column and the awning, but yeah. And this is generally what you see before the showers start. And we've had several bursts. So you see the sky getting dark, and then all unknown, the clouds burst and the rain falls down. So I've just been sitting out here for days, enjoying. I like rainy weather. What I do not like is when the winds start. I've lived through enough hurricanes to know that they can be very, very devastating. But it gives me a certain level of excitement as well, which is kind of strange, I guess. But yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, Todd wants to be my boyfriend. Okay, Todd, you can be my boyfriend. No problem. So, what do we do now that you're my boyfriend, Todd? Talk to me. Let me know. I did not anticipate that from this live, I was going to get me a boyfriend. Todd says, yay. Todd, I hate to disappoint, so I'm happy you're glad. And Todd sends me a kiss. Listen, it's my first kiss of the day, so I will take it. Absolutely. Why not? Yeah. So, not much to see here. And I've got myself a new boyfriend and all of that. And the rain has decided to play nice I'm not sure if there's gonna be a downpour before I end this live. It's just dripping, dripping a little bit. Showing you the other side. Yeah, it's just dripping, dripping, dripping. And it's coming closer to 5 o'clock. So right now, it's gonna get very dark very soon. We're also getting into the Christmas season. So it gets dark earlier anyway. But I thank you all for joining me for this live. I thank you for greeting me. Thank you for staying with me. And wherever you are, I hope you will remain safe. I certainly will do what I can to be safe. I think we are on solid ground because there is a statement to watch for landslides, particularly when the earth gets so loose that there is slipping of foundations. But being up in the country, we tend to be very, very solid. And you see that our houses are built with whole heap of concrete. I would say reinforced concrete because they are so solid. So yeah. Todd, I hope you're gonna take me on a date after this live. I think I want to have something Mexican. What will you be having? Let's go out for dinner. So guys, since I now have a boyfriend and he is loving me up in this weather, I guess it is time. Hi! I have another person has jumped on as I was looking to jump off. It's Rock X Bottom Rising underscore. Say hi, 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 hi. How are you? Thanks for joining. Welcome to this Hurricane Melissa live here in the hills of St. Anne, Jamaica. Yeah. Thank you for all the likes. Thank you for the thumbs up, but I'll take a few more. I thank you for joining and staying. And as long as we have internet and we're able, I will go live again, hopefully tomorrow. Who knows if anything is exciting later tonight and I have good lighting, I'll go live once more. So until we meet again, I am looking on a notification. I'll just share that with you before I go. It just popped in. I'll probably switch this around a little bit. Yeah. All right. Todd has asked me if I love him. Todd, I need to get to meet you. Love is such a strong word, but it's important that we love each other as children of the Most High. So, absolutely. I want to share with you, though, something that I saw popping on my phone if I can find it. It looks as though it's an update from the Med Center here in Jamaica. Rock, you're coming. When are you coming? Are you coming to Jamaica? When are you coming and where in Jamaica will you be? I see I got a new subscriber from Russell. Rock, is that you by chance? Let's see if the picture looks the same. Oh, thank you for subscribing to my channel. I appreciate it. I was hoping to read you. Maybe it's on Twitter, X as they call it now. I was hoping to read you what came in. Hey, hi. Thank you, Rock. I was hoping to read what has come in from the Met Center, the Meteorological Center here in Jamaica. Let's see here now if there's anything interesting. No, it looks as though it's just a regular degular This is from 4 a.m. and this is old news. So, yeah, we know that it has maintained a 70-mile-per-hour wind speed and it's moving 3 miles on average per hour. And it has now officially been designated a hurricane. So, yeah. Bye. Bye, Todd. Thank you so much for stopping by. And I hope we'll meet again soon. Uh, I'm just trying to see what's here so I can share it with you before I go. But yes, nothing much happening. The decision by Melissa is that she's gonna be a slow mover. This girl is in no rush. She's like, y'all don't rush me. You just leave me, let me be. And so tornado is coming, but a purple and gold tornado. Oh wow. Hey, where are you? Where's the tornado? Thank God Jamaica doesn't have tornadoes. I drove out a tornado in Orlando. One day y'all need to ask me the story. I was visiting Orlando, driving from actually I wasn't in Orlando yet. I was driving from Naples, Florida to Orlando. And we had to drive out a tornado. Scariest time of my life. Do not wish it on anybody. But yes, thank you all for coming. Thank you for staying with me. Thank you for your interest in my island home. And I plan to keep you updated throughout the rest of this weather. And if you are new to my channel, Sheri Says, I invite you to subscribe. We are on our way to 1,000 subscribers. It's been a slow, long walk. Sherry's moving as slowly as Melissa, and Sherry needs some persons to help her. So if you will click that subscribe button, and you'll give me a thumbs up as well on this live, it will tell YouTube that they need to push Sherry Says, and the algorithms respond very well when you all like what's happening over here. So do like, feel free to share, and feel free to subscribe. I'm gonna leave it here for today, at least for now. But if anything exciting happens throughout, I will be sure to share it with you. So, as I like to say, Sherry has lots to say. But until we meet again, I want to say ciao for now. Now, somebody needs to tell me how to end my life. Ooh, I have no idea. It's interesting. It helps you to start, but does it really help you to stop? I don't know. But while you're here and listening to me, I will continue to press things until. Oh, you would think I would press the button at the top here.